Welcome back, and let's bring you the excerpts from our conversation with Mr. Piyush Goyal, Minister of Commerce and Industry at the India International Jewellery Show premiere. Gold, silver, platinum duty cut from 15% to 6% has been more than what industry expected. I asked the Union Minister for Commerce and Industry, Mr. Piyush Goyal, on the government vision behind the 9% duty cut. Let's listen in.
Issue about gold and silver rates needing to come down. I think over a period of time, subsequent budgets, one after the other, kept on increasing gold and silver and platinum import duty rates to an extent where it became almost irrational. In a way, the incentive not to pay that duty, and you know what I mean by that, became very high. Probably just flying down to Dubai and coming back. It worked very well if you even took a piece of jewelry and brought it to India. And this was certainly hurting the interests of Indian industry, hurting job creation, hurting the very vibrant sector which we had developed over the years. I won't say just developed, we had nursed over the years. There's a sector which has grown from thousands of years through the sheer hard work and very, very high level of intricate craftsmanship that we have seen. We have seen coming out from Indian artisans. And therefore, it was felt that it's best that we bring it to a very, very reasonable level and make it affordable for the Indian consumers. शादी ब्याह का मौसम आ रहा है, अभी वापस त्योहारों का दिन आ रहे हैं, शादी ब्याह के दिन आ रहे हैं, तो मंगलसूत्र भी सस्ता हो हमारे बहनों के लिए, और आपके ट्रेड को, आपके इंडस्ट्री को भी एक गति मिले, तेज उत्साह से हम आगे बढ़ सकें. तो छोटा मोटा टिंकरिंग करते 15 था ना, शायद 15 से 14, 12, 10, तो delta would have still remained very high, which would have not put an end to any wrong practices. So the idea was make it affordable, ensure that it's no more viable to look at any alternate means to bring gold. Everything comes through official channels. Ensure that the industry gets a leg up, particularly when discretionary spending in large parts of the developed world is down. I think the Indian domestic market has really outshone and is growing rapidly.
I also put forth industry concerns on while the duty has come down, there also is a concern on hike in GST on precious metals coming. Let's listen into on what Mr. Goyal had to say to that.
कौन सी पिक्चर का डायलॉग है वो अनिल कपूर का? Be positive, है ना? कौन सा है? Welcome. Be positive यार, आप लोग ये सेक्टर जिंदगी भर रोता रहा है, जरा कभी तो खुशियां भी मनाओ यार.
जब उनको खुशियां मिल रही हैं उनको लग रहा है ऐसा नहीं हो इसके पीछे कुछ और आ रहा हो.
वैसे आइडिया बुरा नहीं है, सोचने लायक.
This is not an idea.
मैं अभी तक तो सोचा नहीं था, पर अभी मैं जाके विचार करूंगा निर्मला जी के साथ.
All right. So what we make of that answer is that the GST perhaps is not coming when it comes to precious metals. But I also asked the minister on the FTAs like SEPA Dubai, which has worked quite well for the industry. And the Minister Goyal also told us that it's an ongoing process and such conversations now with the developed countries are on.
It's an ongoing process. Many discussions are happening with different countries, with different group of countries. There's never a deadline to these FTAs. The FTAs evolve over a period of time and can only be concluded once we have a fair and equitable and a balanced trading arrangement between the two parties. India today negotiates from a position of strength. Gone are the days where we were desperate for FTAs. Gone are the days where we made FTAs only with less developed countries or countries who are in the same development cycle as India. Today we are making FTAs also with developed countries. Today we are looking at expanding your opportunities in countries where they have high per capita incomes, high GDP values, and can actually spend money for Indian goods and services.
And finally, listen into what Mr. Goyal had to say on the impact on Indian diamond industry from the G7 rough diamond ban.
The G7 ban on Russian diamonds is a reality. I think many of us from the GJEPC has also been actively involved with the government in talking and negotiating to the G7 group of countries. Dr. Jaishankar, Rajiv Chandrasekhar and I, three of us also had extensive meetings both at the European Union and with the Belgian Prime Minister to work out an amicable solution. The industry is aware that the Modi government has been actively pursuing with the G7 leaders, heads of state. I have been actively pursuing with the trade ministers of the G7 countries. Very recently in Italy, we had the G7 group of trade ministers meeting. There also I had extensive discussions with all my counterparts, including the European Union Trade Commissioner Valdis Dombrovskis. And we have not only lodged a strong protest on the effort to move all the diamond checking to Antwerp, but have also successfully managed to get certain concessions. I think they've accepted grandfathering now. They've started the payments of all the old stuck-up consignments. They have deferred the implementation by 6-8 months until March of next year. I'm continuing to work actively with them to see whether we can have a center in India, whether Mumbai or Surat could have a center where the same thing that they want to do in Antwerp can be done.
All right, that's the Union Minister for Commerce and Industry, Mr. Piyush Goyal, telling us exclusively various things on precious metals and, of course, jewelry as an industry, allaying fears about GST as well. And, of course, as he said, the work on G7 rough diamond ban and how the government clearly seems to be negotiating on that one too. But with that, it's wrap on Halftime Report. Business Lunch will take all the action ahead.